here in Truckee, California. Maybe you know who's at Truckee, California?
High Sierra flying number 2 or 3. We've got density altitude probably hovering around 10,000 or so plus. We're gonna have some fun.
Alright, so as you can see, or maybe you have or have not been following, I've been doing a little bit of traveling the last day, and I'm standing next to a rather large tire, a 35-inch tire, which I didn't know they went that big, but apparently they do. I have an opportunity to go flying, do some real off-airport flying with a really seasoned pilot.
I don't know about that.
That claims his fame to being safe. So I figured that I'm good to go with Kevin Quinn here. So Kevin's gonna give us a quick tour walk around of his pre-flight of what he does specifically to go off airport.
So I'm the only one that flies my aircraft, obviously. So I know all the little idiosyncrasies that are going on with it, but really, you see so many people that walk up, they walk to their airplane, they walk around and think it's pretty good, but my dad taught me, grab a hold of the wing and shake it. Not very many people do this. You can tell a whole lot. You can look at your tail, see how good that feels and looks. You can see if your tires are loose. You can tell a lot just by shaking the tail. Obviously, you can go around, look at flaps and ailerons. More than just kicking a tire. Grab your tires. I like to shake them, make sure there's nothing loose. Suspension that we fly with, brakes, calipers, any oil. I'm a touchy-feely guy. And then the last but not least, in all airplanes, we can fly with no flaps and no ailerons pretty easy, but you can't fly with the tail, so I'm big on checking the tail. Grab a hold of the tail, shake it, that's normal play. Look at all my guide wires, the tail itself, horizontal, vertical. I'm big on the cables and the cable attachments. The bolts inside the elevator. Back in here you can see them, top and bottom. Again, the connections. People don't have a look at that enough. Shake and take a look. These guys take a beating. Acme tail stinger is awesome. Got my ailerons and flaps. Ailerons look good. You can look at your connectors. Aside from that, I'm the only one that flies it. I'm really big shaking the wings. Touchy-feely up front. Make sure you got a good tail, whether you're flying a 172 or Carbon Cub. That's critical. Anyway, we're going flying. We got some guys to meet up at 9,000 feet over Lake Tahoe. Let's go.
Let me just say how amazing that was. We just landed at 9,000 feet on top of this ridge, this mountain. and these big tires are like landing on beach balls. This plane is incredible. Really appreciate this opportunity, Kevin. It's an awesome plane, awesome plane. So we just landed to let a couple guys fuel up and maybe grab a bite to eat and go back out again. If you're finding value in this video, hit the like button on this video, and it's really important that you subscribe, as it helps me get sponsors like Airworx, Kitplane parts, ACME AERO, Edge Performance engines, and Viking aircraft engines. And be sure to check out the links in the description below for special offers from our affiliates. Let's jump back in.
2.5 to denial and then 2.5 home. I got to denial, it was 3 mile visibility, the wind was blowing at 30 knots. So it was just like
So where are we off to next, Kevin?
So we've had, what, a beautiful morning. We started off up at Marlette, up at about 9,000 feet. Now we're at Minden. We had a little cup of coffee. We used a little girl's room.
Pilots and coffee.
You're what, 5 pounds lighter now?
5 pounds lighter.
5 pounds lighter, yeah, me too. And that's going to make a difference.
A little bit overgrossed in the back seat of Kevin's plane here.
But
so
we got rid of that.
Got rid of that.
We're good. So now we're going to go, from Minden, we're going to go east. We got all kinds of stuff. Tailwheel Ridge, we got Highboy, we got the Gold Mine, 3 shotgun shells, home of the old location for High Sierra. We've got Lahontan and about 50 different places between here and there. So you never know what we're going to get. We'll have some fun.
Looking forward to it. So we just landed, what's this one called here?
This is Tailwheel Ridge. There's a lot of history here. We brought some guys in with sky wagons and we broke 3 tail wheels during, I think, High Sierra fly-in number 2 or 3, hence the name Tailwheel Ridge.
So explain to me, coming in here, we were a little bit low, but then we were riding like a little ridge and we're getting lift. So sometimes you actually depend on lift to get up.
Oh, 100%. With this place here, we're at 9,000 feet. We've got density altitude probably hovering around 10,000 or so plus. It's not super hot. We got a little bit of an easterly, so you got some rotor over the hill. We're creeping on the left side here, so we have that updraft kind of riding it. Power and energy management is critical, right? So we're managing power, managing that energy, because you don't want to get fast, slip with your angle of attack, obviously keeping that up so you can bleed. A lot of guys slip nose down, they gain all kinds of speed. And so that power energy management, and here what we learned, you know, we just landed at 9,000 at Marlette, but it was uphill.
Yeah.
Here you come in 9,000, it's flat. We're going a heck of a lot faster, so your ground roll's a lot faster.
And then coming in here, you caught some good ridge lift, and we just did a circle to catch some altitude.
Yeah, pulled the power back, but we got that ridge lift like a glider, and again using that free energy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We're gonna go for a little walk. We're gonna go for a walk. We're gonna go for a little hike.
We have no objective. Yeah. Just get some cool content.
Yeah. So we're going for a walk. We've walked about 50 feet. I'm out of breath already. I'm a flatlander, sea level guy.
We got 400 to go.
I'm gonna have to start doing some running before hanging out with these guys again. I need some more cardio. Got a gold mine. Check out this view.
wild up there, and they're actually a little flatter in the back.
Huh.
Time, which kind of astonished me, but I just fiberglass. I've got a whole big
spot. Anyway, we're gonna take off, probably head towards the gold mine.
You might see that I'm squinting a little bit. That's because I neglected to bring sunglasses. And it is really freaking bright out here on this lake bed. Kevin, which one is this? This is the first.
This is 3 shotgun shells.
3 shotgun shells, so. Did you just place those there? Does that happen every time you come here? You place 3 shotgun shells down there?
That's pretty good, 3 shotgun shells. Yep.
Well, let me tell you, we have beaches. We have beaches in Florida that are not this bright. All right? We have beaches in Florida that is not this bright. This is incredibly bright.
It's like it says right there, guess where we are.
And a bit dusty.
Need a project car?
So no Burning Man, but Burning Mazda, huh?
Burning Mazda.
Get a muff on this thing for this one. Wow.
Brian came all the way west. He heard there was a new experimental project. I'm not sure if it's Weston or Bose. Weston has this new experimental Husky. Of course, Bose got the experimental Legend Cup down there. But we found this thing. This is the new experimental. What do you think? Set of TK monster shocks?
What wings are you going to use?
Fuel injected or carbureted?
Wow, what an amazing experience this is, guys. This is just incredible. Definitely not something that I'm accustomed to from Florida. Obviously. Check out the mountains all the way around. Sorry for the wind. I didn't have a chance to put a mic muff on here. I'm trying to turn into the wind. I will definitely try to make it to the next High Sierra flying, whenever that is. This is pretty cool. If it looks like I'm lounging, it's because I am. We just got done flying all morning, and so many different experiences, such a cross-section of what's available out here in aviation, from mountaintop ridges, grassy trees area, to the desert, to flying over lakes, to going for a walk at 9,000, 10,000 feet.
Yeah, we went for a walk at 10,000 feet.
I'm beat, Kevin.
We did a little walk looking for arrowheads up there, Tailwheel Ridge. That was 10,000 feet.
Yeah.
Our first 2 landings this morning were at 10,000 feet. Well, 9,000 and 9,500. Density altitude was over 10.
So we're gonna hang out for a little bit, grab some lunch, and
Look at that, buddy. You got a dusty, dead cow High Sierra Flying shirt, stole drag. Fresh with Playa.
and I'm not gonna wash it because the dust is all part of the experience. We got out at thanks, Kevin. We got out at 3 bullets,
3 shotgun shells.
3 shotgun shells, nothing but dust. Those beautiful big 35 tires go from black to white in 2.5 seconds.
Literally. Now we're here hanging out.
Put some miles on the Cub today.
We did. We just got our feet wet. Tomorrow's a big day because tomorrow we have the reservoirs, we've got the Sierra Valley, the Turner Ranch, Bodad, Dead Cow, High Sierra Flying, Pyramid Lake, that whole zone. And I think that famous red, white, and blue airplane's going to join us. I forget that kid's name, that famous bush pilot.
Oh, really?
TP. Toilet paper? No, Trent Palmer.
Is that his new nickname, huh?
My good buddy.
Is that your
Trent
nickname for him,
Palmer.
TP?
I just made that up.
So TP, if you're watching, awesome. Well, I appreciate this opportunity. This is amazing to come out here. On the way back, I'll be honest, I was a little bit nervous. We were flying close to the mountains, and we caught some really good ridge lift. And it's kind of like a way of life out here, getting close to these mountains and using that energy to just bring you up and over. Whereas you'd have to really firewall it and really
So
work
many
at
people
it.
don't realize that water in the mountains, or I should say wind in the mountains, is like water in a river. There's updrafts, there's downdrafts, there's eddies, everything in between. And so if you can read that wind and feel that wind like we were just talking about, a lot of times you crab into that wind, it almost feels like you're going backwards, but you're getting that lift. Power's back, you can bring in a set of flaps if you want, and you can just ride that ridge like an eagle up.
Incredible. It was incredible. It's one of those things where it's like it makes you pucker just a little bit. But I know, as I mentioned before, I don't just fly with anybody. And I know Kevin's been in the industry forever, and he teaches this stuff. So I felt confident in his abilities. But I think if it was anybody else, I'd be like, let's not do this. Let's not do this today. Anyway, we'll check in with you again later.